Hey, what's up guys? My name's Jiro. I'm an aspiring indie developer just like you, and I'm working on my first game called World's End. World's End is a 3D Souls-like action RPG anime game. I know, it's a lot to take in. This project started mostly as practice for a much bigger game I plan on finishing in the future, so tune in with me for updates on that. Well, that's enough idle chit-chat. On to a little bit about me. My first project was simple. I started learning how to code in Java by changing the block colors in Minecraft. I had a dream of turning the game into a colorful anime RPG with dragons and kingdoms. Safe to say that didn't happen. Instead, once I figured out how to change the color, I kinda just gave up, thinking it was too hard and would take too much time. Why make the game when you can go play it, right? After all, not like— Wrong! I was wrong. To say the least, I put down coding and never picked it up again. Not until I was in college. My first university of choice was geared towards STEM fields, giving me another shot at my dream. Would I stick with it this time? Make my dream game? Would I be the one to catch them? No, I was not. I could make a bunch of excuses on why I didn't, but to be honest, I was just lazy. And so for another few years, I just stopped. That is until 2021. Self-help channels and fitness coaches are all the rage. Everyone's found themselves unsure of how to re-socialize, and I'm one of them. Consuming pointless videos day to day just to have the energy to get through the week. Dragging my feet out of bed every morning just to do the same repetitive task over and over. Life was turning into a pointless downward spiral, and I had to find a way out. For me, the problem was never about money. It was about motivation. My first project was a game I made using a simple tutorial. Next was on to the big project. I, a painter, an Unreal Engine my choice medium. Together, we would take on the world. The sleek design, those animation blueprints, and best of all, the code blocks. My God, those blocks. I was in love, but then an issue arose. There was a problem I couldn't quite solve, an itch I couldn't scratch. I had no way of making my damage system work in Unreal. The dream fell through. That was when I discovered Unity. Once again, I found that spark in coding I'd loved when I was younger. The feeling was unreal. Unreal. If you've played games before, which I'm assuming you have because why else would you be here? It's a bit something like entering the zone, where you hyper-focus and everything around you just seems to disappear. Or maybe I just have ADHD, I don't know. With my new platform moves back to the drawing board, I had to do my research. Unity and C# are great, however that doesn't mean they're easy to learn. I bought a few books for it, but YouTube tutorials ended up being my best friend, and they still are honestly. Currently, I'm following a tutorial by a YouTuber named Sebastian Graves. It's a great tutorial and even allows you to fill in the gaps by yourself sometimes. In my Unreal days, I followed Astro Sensei, but the limitations with the block system in Unreal were too great to handle for me, so I moved on. Currently in Unity, I'm setting up the basic frameworks for the game. Once I'm done with that, I'll move on to 3D modeling and animations. Around this time is when you can expect regular devlog updates. Honestly, I don't know if or when World's End will be finished. Like I said before, it's mostly just practice for a bigger game that I have in mind. But who knows? Regardless of what happens, I'm grateful for your support. On this channel, you can expect dev talk, game updates, inspiration, coding tips, and more. One day, I plan to be your one-stop shop for all things game-related, but that's a ways off. For now, let's just focus on the present and say, I hope that I'll see you again. If there's anything you'd like to know, feel free to leave a comment below. It helps the algorithm. To be honest, I'm a bit lonely. Later.